Welcome, Cancer, to your mid-January tarot reading. I hope you all are doing well. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. I am Veronica. This is Veronica's Dreams Psychic Tarot. And let's get started. We're just going to look at current situation and other things that you need to know. and where it all leads to as well. And please hit that thumbs up button and leave me a comment. They both help the channel. They also both help us to connect. More so, the comments really do help me connect to those who are watching. And I appreciate that when you do. And let's get started, Cancer. Also, that subscribe button should be right on your screen. Go ahead and touch that. Let's get started. Current situation. Whoa, Nine of Swords. What's going on? Present influence. Four of Pentacles. Okay, that makes sense. I'll get to that. Unexpected. Two of Wands. Sorry, unexpected goes up here. Unseen. What to look for. That's Three of Pentacles. What to look for. Nine of Wands. Challenge. Hierophant. Strength. Page of Cups. Where does this lead? Hermit. Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. Advice. Lovers. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. Okay, so when I see the Sun at the bottom of the deck and then see Nine of Swords in the current situation, it's like you're trying to force happiness almost. You know, that the Nine of Swords is about stress, anxious, really that kind of feeling. And when we are trying to control the future, and I don't mean like making good decisions control, but I mean like going, this is what I want to happen. I feel like you can stress yourself out a lot. So it's like wondering too much about the future, living too much in the future when you need to live in the now. It's not saying don't plan, don't do the things that you can do, to work towards that. It's just saying don't be so focused on what's going to happen with this situation or that situation. Some of it's out of your control. Some of it's in your control. The Four of Pentacles is in your present influence. So there is some kind of energy that you are holding on to that's actually causing the stress. So let's dig into that a little bit. Let's see. Clarifiers are over here. So let's clarify the Four of Pentacles first. It might make more sense. Two cards, please, for the Four of Pentacles. Temperance and Hierophant. Yeah, see, the Hierophant's also in your challenge. There's something spiritual here a little bit with the Temperance and the Hierophant showing up like that, because they both have the crowns on their head, like getting information in. But I do feel like with the Temperance is that balance, emotional balance. The Hierophant's about, spiritual awakening in a sense. It can be about, it actually can be about commitments as well. But I feel like you might be holding on to, I mean, I don't want to say hope, because we all need to hold on to hope. That's period. No, I'm totally about hope. But, it's like you're waiting. I'm sorry, I got to say it. You're waiting for the divine to make something happen. And the divine can't make everything happen the way you see that it should, right? It's going to make things happen the way they're supposed to happen. So that is why there is stress there. And that may not resonate with all of you, but I feel like that might be like you're kind of waiting for that. And it's not saying that spirit won't make that happen or have that happen. It's saying that you have to focus on what you can do, not what spirit does, right? You're waiting for spirit to chime in. You need to do whatever work you can do. So what is the Nine of Swords? Anything more on this? So we've got the Three of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. Yeah, there's something that you're collaborating with, but you're not seeing the outcome, which is the Three of Wands. You're not seeing things happen, and you're stressed about it. So there's something that you really want to happen. You're kind of expecting spirit to make it happen, but you don't see it happen. So now you're stressed about it. And that makes sense. I mean, I don't feel like it's anything that people might not want to admit that that's what they're doing, but that's what happens a lot of times. This isn't unusual. The Three of Pentacles is in the what we don't see. So there is something happening that you don't realize that involves other people. So it is going to take other people to make this happen. So in other words, let's say you are applying for a job, and that job some reason gets offered to somebody else. But in the meantime, they may take a different job. So eventually it gets to you, but things have to happen, like with other people. This is a pretty spiritual reading. 10 of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, see that, I mean, it is. There is definitely, with that Six of Pentacles showing up, even the 10 of Wands. I mean, whatever this is, it's hard, but yeah, you're just, this is the unseen. So this is something you may never know about. And you might eventually find out about it. But right now, this is happening in the background where, spirit has to, put the pieces together and move things around for things to happen. And this happens all the time. But, so, and I think that's what it's saying, like you're getting to the end of this, but it's hard. And remember that again, with that Six of Pentacles, that's a give and take, like knowing to give and take, but it's also saying, you have to do your work. You have to do your work. Unexpectedly, the Two of Wands comes in, which I really like, because this says that you'll be able to start moving forward with plans. They may be plans on something different, because you need to just move forward. If there's nothing more you can do, whether no more studying, no more work on it, is it out of your hands? Then you need to move on with something different, or this is you going, okay, this is what I need to do next. The Five of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're looking for, I feel like this is, okay, you're conflicted about the situation because you don't have control over it. But now you're saying, no, I'm going to start looking. So your goal here with that Two of Wands, and it comes in kind of unexpectedly. There may be an offer coming in with this Knight of Cups, and it could be any kind of offer where it is helping you move forward. So you're getting out of that conflict. The Knight of Cups is going away from that conflict. I look at the direction a lot. So it's saying, you're leaving that conflict. You're now moving forward with trying to make things happen, mapping your new journey or existing journey, but you're mapping it now. So what to look for is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I just feel like this is a reminder that sometimes the biggest thing with this card and what to look for, it's kind of advice card, is look for when you're almost at the end of reaching a goal. If you're almost at the end of a journey, and it doesn't have to be a life journey, just any kind of project. Just like, yeah, okay, so I always use losing weight because was always on my mind. But when you get to the end, like you're almost at your goal, it's the absolute hardest time. And that's what this is saying. You're almost to your goal. This is the hardest time. So know that going forward, as long as you use this Nine of Wands energy and the respect that, yep, it's hard right now, that means that I'm almost there. So I got to, dig in and give it everything I have. Tell me more about this Nine of Wands, please, for our Cancers. That is the Five of Swords with the Two of Swords. Exactly. See, the hard part's over. Now it's time for you to move on, making that choice to keep going. That's the decision you need to make. That Five of Swords shows that hard work. You know, he's bound here and he can't reach those swords. Does he give up? No. It's this is though what you need to look for. It'll be time to make a decision. Do I just give up or do I keep working towards this? And that's just something to look for, because that energy is going to come in and it's going to be up to you to make that decision. You have the Hierophant in your challenge. I feel like that is, again, going back to the beliefs that you feel like spirit should be intervening somehow. And that's okay. I mean, we all need to have faith, and we all, it's, I don't want to take that away. It's important to pray or meditate or however you reach your spirit guides. It's important to keep doing that. But it's also important to remember that their work is unseen. You don't know what they're doing unless they're talking to you, and that absolutely can be. But if they're not, and you're not getting that information, don't think they're not working in your best, highest interest, because you know what? You've got something good coming in. There's the Page of Cups, and I feel like this is your energy because of how you give back. Good things will happen. You may think that something, that you really want and it doesn't happen. You may think that that's a bad thing. It's not necessarily. It may have been what you really wanted, would have been a whole big pain in the butt. So know that moving forward, you are giving, which in terms, if you're a giving person and you care about other people around you and you care about things in general, then good things will happen to you. You just got to be patient, and you've got patience cards over here big time. So where does this all lead? It leads to the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So I believe that the Hermit is, that search. You're still on that search, but I feel like with this Hermit, it's about discovery as well. You will discover exactly what spirit has lied ahead in front of you pretty soon. So, be patient. And with that, you get the Queen of Pentacles coming in, which tells me, let's see, this is going to be this way, which tells me she's going to solidify this discovery. She's looking at it and saying, here's this coin. So in other words, okay, this is exactly what I have to work with. And now I can move forward, which is the Knight of Pentacles moving forward. Now, the Knight of Pentacles does not move fast. So don't expect this situation to be rectified super quickly. It's going to take some time, but don't stop working on it and having positive thoughts towards it, because that's the Knight of Pentacles. Let's just look at that Hermit card really quickly and see if there's anything more on that Hermit that can give us any kind of... Yeah, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and she's holding the pentacle, right? So, yeah, the Hermit is absolutely... So you will discover these things really quickly. Here is the aha moment. Okay, got it. Here is the new opportunity. You can't ask for a better clarifier on the Hermit card. So you're headed into new beginnings, and these new beginnings could be money, home, job, even if it's love. It's very grounded love. It's very good. So you're headed in the right direction. And I love that the Queen shows up. She is looking at that Hermit saying, yep, I've got this. So like she takes a hold of that Ace of Pentacles. That's you taking a hold of the Ace of Pentacles saying, yep, I'm going to get this done, or, whatever work you're going to be doing. And then you move forward in the right direction. Stay patient and diligent as you move forward. You have the Lovers in the, in your advice. And I do feel like you have choices. Like a lot of times the Lovers can be about choices. So understand that you do have choices moving forward. But more importantly, too, I think there's also a piece here that, trust yourself, trust your spirit guides, trust that the things will happen. You know how sometimes when we try to manifest something, it's let it go, ask the question and let it go. Let things happen, because sometimes, in some cases, things take a long time before they're going to happen, because everything has to be in the right place for it to happen. But I do like this card, absolutely. So let's get a Somnia Oracle card for our Cancers for mid-January. Let's see what our Cancers need to know here. What do our Cancers need to know? Oh, I pulled two. I don't want to. I don't. Be fair, pull one. Oh, the Animus. That's a cool picture. The Animus is on page 15. Just a sec. Okay, so the key words to this card are protection, strength, guidance, order, responsibility, and leadership. Yeah, which is what, you kind of are going to need to embrace, I think. The image represents the connection. The Animus, an internalized masculine energy that guides, protects, and propels us forward. The energy fosters a deep courage, allowing us to move through the darkness of intention. The Animus calls us to create structure, to preserve, and to take action. By integrating the Animus, we are empowered to take agency in our lives and confront challenges with tenacity. The Animus encourages us to embrace our inner strength and rationality, sculpting a destiny that reflects our truest aspirations. I mean, it goes perfect with the reading, trust a little bit too. So, there you have your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it, Cancer. Take care. Have a beautiful day.